Have you ever wondered why the moment you started loving her more, she started pulling away? Why the more you tried to prove your worth, the less she seemed to care? You thought your devotion would make her stay, that your vulnerability would bring her closer. Nope, it only made her see you as weak. The harder you held on, the faster she slipped away. And now you're left alone, confused, drowning in a pain you never saw coming. You replay every moment in your head, searching for the mistake, the turning point, the exact second when everything changed. Was it when you opened up, when you told her how much you needed her, when you started compromising who you were just to make her happy? Maybe you think it was something you did, some flaw you could have fixed, some part of yourself you should have changed. But here's the truth. Most men never realize. It wasn't about what you did. It was about what you became. She wanted you weak. She needed you to be emotional, reactive, desperate. Because the moment you became predictable, the moment she knew she had you wrapped around her finger, she lost respect for you. That's how the game works. Women aren't drawn to men who put them on pedestals. They don't crave security wrapped in submission. They crave strength. And the second she saw that you were no longer a challenge, the second she realized you were willing to crawl just to keep her, she was gone. At first, it made no sense. How could someone who once adored you suddenly act like you never existed? How could she replace you so fast? You thought love was about loyalty, about growing together, about supporting each other through everything. Nope, that was your first mistake. Love, at least the kind you believed in, was never part of the equation. See, attraction isn't built on begging. It's not about convincing someone to see your value. It's about power, silent, effortless, undeniable power. And right now, you have none. But that's about to change. This is your awakening. This is where everything shifts. You're about to learn the art of detachment, the power of walking away, the strength of a man who refuses to be controlled by his emotions. You are about to become the man she never thought you could be. The man who doesn't chase, who doesn't fold, who doesn't need her or anyone else to feel complete. And by the time you're done here, she won't even be able to reach you. If you're done being played, if you're ready to reclaim your power, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I refuse to be weak. Now let's begin. Number 1. Why she wanted you weak. You think she wanted love. You think she wanted loyalty. You think she wanted a man who would always be there no matter what. Nope. She wanted control. She wanted power. And the easiest way to control a man is to make him emotionally dependent on her. From the moment you met her, she was testing you. Every unanswered text, every sudden mood shift, every time she pulled away just to see if you'd chase, those weren't accidents. Those were calculated moves. Women instinctively know that the man who reacts, who crumbles under emotional pressure, is a man they can manipulate. And if she can control your emotions, she can control you. Think back to the early days. She wasn't always cold, was she? In the beginning, she was everything you ever wanted. Attentive, affectionate, hanging on your every word. She made you feel like a king. And then, just when you got comfortable, just when you let your guard down, she flipped the script. The calls slowed down. The affection faded. She started questioning your worth in subtle ways, comparing you to other men, making you feel like you had to prove yourself, making you believe that if you just tried harder, she'd return to the woman she used to be. But that woman was never real. That was the bait. The moment you started playing her game, the moment you needed her validation, you lost. Because now, she had you in a position where she could give and take affection at will, and you would keep chasing, keep proving, keep lowering yourself just to get another taste of what she once gave so freely. Understand this. Women don't pull away because they want you to chase. They pull away to see if you need to chase. They test to see if you're a man in control of himself or a man ruled by his emotions. And when they see desperation, when they see that their absence shakes you to your core, that's when they know they've won. She wanted you weak because weak men are safe. They're predictable, controllable, easy to replace. But here's the part she never expected. You waking up. She never thought you'd see the game for what it was. She never thought you'd stop chasing. She never thought you'd become the kind of man who doesn't break. But that's exactly what you're about to do. If you're done being played, if you're ready to reclaim your power, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I control my emotions, no one else. Number 2. The moment she knew she could break you. There was a moment, a single moment when she knew she could break you. And from that point on, everything changed. The respect, gone, the attraction, fading fast, the love you thought was real. It was now just a game of control, and the worst part, you probably didn't even notice it when it happened. Maybe it was when you started over-explaining yourself, trying to prove you weren't like other guys. Maybe it was when you apologized for things you didn't even do, just to keep the peace. Maybe it was when you started prioritizing her over your goals, your friends, your life. Or maybe, just maybe, it was that one moment of weakness, that one time when she pulled away, and instead of standing firm, you panicked. You sent the long text. You asked what was wrong. You reassured her over and over that you'd never hurt her, never leave her, never do anything to upset her. In your mind, you were being a good man, a loving man. But in her mind, she saw something else. She saw fear. She saw neediness. She saw that you weren't leading. You were following. And the second she saw that, she knew she had the power. You see, attraction dies the moment a woman feels she's above you. The moment she realizes she can pull back and you'll come running. The moment she knows she can hurt you and you'll still be there. That's when the shift happens. That's when she starts testing you more, pulling away more, seeing just how much you're willing to tolerate. And most men, they fail these tests. They get emotional. They get desperate. They start seeking reassurance instead of standing in their power. And what happens next? She loses interest. Because a man who needs her approval, who needs her attention to feel whole, is a man she can no longer respect. But here's the hard truth. You needed this lesson. You needed to feel this pain, this loss, this betrayal, because this is the moment that will either break you forever or turn you into the man you were always meant to be. This is where you stop seeking and start becoming. This is where you rise. If you're done begging for approval, if you're ready to reclaim your power, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I validate myself. Number 3. The shift. When you decide, enough is enough. There comes a moment when the pain stops being pain and starts becoming fuel. When the late-night overthinking, the endless replays of conversations, the gut-wrenching feeling of being replaced, it all flips. It stops being about her. It stops being about what you lost, and it starts being about who you're becoming. This is that moment for you. Right now you have a choice. You can stay in this cycle, stalking her social media, wondering if she misses you, drowning in the what-ifs. You can keep waiting for a text that will never come, hoping that one day she realizes what she lost. But deep down, you already know the truth. She's not coming back. And even if she did, she wouldn't come back to the same version of you. She'd come back when you've changed, when you've become a man who doesn't need her, when you've elevated so far beyond her that she barely recognizes you. Or you can snap out of it, you can wake up, you can stop reacting, you can become untouchable. Because here's what she never expected, you walking away for good. She thought she could break you. She thought you'd keep chasing, keep proving, keep waiting for the smallest sign that she still cares. Nope. That version of you is dead. The man you're becoming, he doesn't seek validation. He doesn't break when someone pulls away. He doesn't need anyone because he's in control of himself. Understand this. The moment you detach, you win. The moment you stop waiting, you become dangerous. Because when a man is no longer emotionally controlled by a woman, he becomes something she cannot manipulate. And that is what makes her regret everything. Not your words, not your pleas, not some weak attempt at revenge, just silence, just disinterest, Just you elevating yourself so high that she can no longer reach you. She wanted you weak. She wanted you desperate. Because the more desperate you were, the more power she had. But now you see the game. Now you understand your worth, and you will never let yourself fall this low again. The pain you feel right now, it's temporary, but the strength you gain from this, that will last forever. Because from this moment on, you don't chase, you replace. From this moment on, you don't beg for attention, you command it. From this moment on, you are no longer a slave to your emotions. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna keep chasing ghosts? Keep looking for closure that will never come? Or are you going to level up so hard that she has no choice but to look back in disbelief? If you're done being stuck, if you're ready to reclaim your power, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I am done waiting. Number 4. How to kill the weak version of yourself. Right now there are two versions of you, the man you are and the man you're meant to be. One is weak, desperate, emotional, easily controlled. The other is powerful, disciplined, unshakable. The difference between the two? A single decision. The weak version of you? He's still checking her social media, still looking for signs, still hoping she comes back. He's still replaying memories, still romanticizing the past, still thinking that if he just does one more thing, maybe, just maybe, she'll change her mind. Nope, that man is dead, and you're the one who has to kill him. See, the problem isn't just her, it's you. It's your attachment. It's your inability to let go of something that is already gone. It's the emotional chains that keep you locked in a prison of your own making. And until you destroy that weak version of yourself, you will keep repeating the same cycle, different woman, same pain, same lesson you refuse to learn. So how do you kill the weak version of yourself? Pain, discipline, solitude. Pain is your teacher. It's here to mold you, to burn away the weakness, to show you who you really are when everything is stripped away. Most men run from pain, drown it in distractions, numb themselves just to avoid facing it. But not you. Not anymore. You're going to embrace it. Let it fuel you. Let it remind you that you were never meant to be weak in the first place. Discipline is your weapon. The weak version of you was ruled by emotions. He acted on impulse. He craved instant gratification. That's why he was so easy to control. But you're different now. From this moment on, you move with purpose. You wake up early. You work on your body. You master your craft. You focus on things that elevate you, not things that distract you. Because every hour wasted thinking about her is an hour stolen from your greatness. Solitude is your transformation. Most men fear being alone. They jump from one woman to the next, looking for someone to fill the void. But the strong man, he embraces the silence. He uses it to sharpen his mind, to build his empire, to create a life that doesn't revolve around anyone but himself. Because the moment you learn to thrive in solitude, you become a man no one can control. She wanted you weak. She wanted you emotional, reactive, desperate. But now, you are unbreakable. The weak version of you. He died today, and the man standing in his place, he fears nothing, he needs no one, and he bows to no one. If you're done being a slave to your emotions, if you're ready to reclaim your power, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. The weak me is dead. Number 5. The power of silence. Why no contact wins every time. Silence is a weapon. Most men don't realize it. They think words, explanations, or one last conversation will change things. Nope. The second you start talking, the second you start explaining, you lose. Because nothing shakes someone more than sudden, absolute silence. She expected you to beg. She expected you to check in, to send the late-night text, to just talk and get closure. She expected you to stay emotionally hooked, trapped in her orbit, hoping she'd throw you a breadcrumb of attention. But now, you vanish. No text, no call, no reaction. just disappearance. At first, she won't notice. She'll assume you're just upset, that you'll be back like you always were. But as the days go by, as the silence stretches, as she realizes you've gone completely dark, that's when the shift happens. Because now, the power dynamic flips. See, the truth is, people don't value what's always available. The moment she knew she had you wrapped around her finger, she stopped caring. But now, she feels the loss. Now, she's wondering where you went, why you haven't reached out, why you're suddenly so unaffected. And that gets in her head more than any words ever could. You're no longer chasing. You're no longer trying to convince. You've done something far more powerful. You've removed yourself from her reality. And that silence, it's louder than any argument, stronger than any apology, deadlier than any emotional outburst. Because it forces her to sit with the emptiness you left behind. But here's the thing, this isn't about her. This isn't about winning or making her regret losing you. This is about you regaining control. Every time you break no contact, every time you respond, every time you just check in, you're proving that she still has power over you. But the second you go silent, that's when you show that you're truly done. No contact isn't just a strategy. It's a statement. It says, I don't need you. I don't chase what doesn't want me. I don't beg for attention. I walk away, and I don't look back. And when you master that, you become the man she never thought you'd be, the man she can't control, can't break, and can't reach. If you're done giving away your power, if you're ready to reclaim your strength, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. My silence is my power. Number 6. The rebirth. Becoming untouchable. The old you was weak. He was emotional, reactive, desperate. He lived for someone else's approval, constantly chasing, constantly proving, constantly losing himself just to be chosen. But that version of you? This is your rebirth. Right now you have a rare opportunity, one that most men waste. You can either stay the same, stuck in the same patterns, repeating the same mistakes, running in circles, or you can transform. You can become the man you were always meant to be, the man who is so self-sufficient, so untouchable, so laser-focused on his own growth, that no woman, no rejection, no setback can ever break him again. What does that look like? It looks like a man who is in complete control of his emotions, who doesn't react, who doesn't beg, who doesn't seek validation. A man who is so focused on his mission, his body, his money, his purpose, that he doesn't have time to sit around wondering if someone misses him. It looks like a man who moves in silence, who disappears from the world that once saw him as weak, only to return as something unrecognizable. A man who is so rare, so disciplined, so damn valuable that the people who doubted him, who overlooked him, who took him for granted, now they have no choice but to notice. It looks like a man who never chases again. Because now women chase him, opportunities chase him. Life itself bends in his direction, not because he begged, not because he pleaded, but because he became undeniable. That is who you are becoming. And the best part, no one sees it coming. They think you're still broken. They think you're still the same guy, waiting in the shadows, hoping for another chance. You are building in silence. You are becoming a force of nature. And by the time they realize it, it'll be too late for them to reach you. So make the decision right now. Kill the old version of you. Bury him. Walk away from anything that weakens you. Become the man they'll never forget. If you're done playing small, if you're ready to level up, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I am becoming untouchable. Number 7. The inevitable shift. When she starts noticing. You think she's forgotten about you. You think she doesn't care, that she's moved on without a second thought. Nope. She notices. She just doesn't want you to know that she notices. At first, your silence didn't faze her. She expected it. She assumed you'd come crawling back, just like before. But then, days passed, then weeks, and you You never looked back. No calls, no texts, no desperate attempts to reconnect. Nothing. And that's when it started creeping in. Curiosity. She checks your social media, not because she misses you, but because she needs to know if you're still affected by her absence. She's looking for clues, searching for signs that she still holds power over you. But when she sees nothing, no sad posts, no indirect messages, no weak attempts to get her attention, that's when it starts to eat at her. She starts asking mutual friends about you, casually of course. She wants to know if you're struggling, if you've mentioned her, if you're still the same guy who would do anything to win her back. But when she hears that you're doing just fine, or worse, that you're thriving, that's when the fear sets in. See, she thought you'd suffer without her. She thought you'd be waiting, stuck in the past, hoping she'd change her mind. But now she's the one feeling the loss. Because here's what no one tells you. Indifference is the most powerful response you can ever give. It's not hate. It's not anger. It's not a dramatic display of moving on. It's silence. It's complete, unwavering indifference. It's the realization that she could walk past you tomorrow, and you wouldn't even blink. That's what makes her regret losing you. Not your words, not your pleas, just your complete and total absence. And when she reaches out, when she sends that hey, just to see if she still has access to you, what do? You don't take the bait. You don't respond. Because the man you've become, he doesn't go back to what broke him. He doesn't fall for cheap tricks. He moves forward, and he never looks back. If you're done being predictable, if you're ready to reclaim your power, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. She lost me forever. Number 8. The return, but not for her. She thought you'd be stuck forever. She thought you'd wait, broken, hoping she'd come back. Nope. You disappeared. You rebuilt. You became something unrecognizable. And now you return. But not for her. This isn't about proving a point. It's not about revenge, or making her jealous, or showing her what she lost. It's bigger than that. Because the man you are now, he has nothing to prove. He doesn't need validation. He doesn't need closure. He doesn't need her to realize his worth, because he already knows it. You walk different now. You move different. The energy you carry is no longer desperate, no longer seeking approval, no longer waiting to be chosen. Now you choose yourself. And the moment you do that, everything changes. The same people who once ignored you, now they can't stop watching. The same woman who thought she had you figured out, now she can't read you, because the version of you she knew, that man is dead. She'll feel it before she sees it. The silence, the absence, the way your name starts coming up in conversations again, but in a different way. Have you seen him lately? He looks different. He's doing big things now. And then, that curiosity turns into regret.